Ooh. Good morning. Welcome to the Poets' Breakfast at the Australian Poetry Hall of Fame on Thundercloud. Mum calls me James. I'll try not to speak too loudly so we don't get feedback while I'm playing these games. Well, welcome. Today is the official start of the trout season, isn't it? The 1st of October?
It is.
I think so, James.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah? Go on.
12 o'clock last night.
12 o'clock last night, yeah, but it was a little bit sort of sped up because of daylight savings too. So those trout, they go, oh, we better watch out, daylight savings about. There'll be a few lures. All right, rainbow trout season start. This is something I wrote for the Trout Festival. Oh, rainbow trout, you jewel of the stream. Your colours sparkle, your scales gleam. With the start of the season, we celebrate your leaping beauty and your playful gait. The Guyra Trout Festival's here, a time to gather and time to cheer. Anglers cast their lines with glee, hoping to catch you rainbow trout free. From the crystal waters of the Laura Creek, a silver-lined rainbow shining and sleek, a symbol of nature, wild and pure, will catch rainbow trout with a lure. So let us raise a glass to you on this day of celebration too. May your trout season be bountiful and bright. Your beauty and leaves fill us with awe and delight. What? That's how it happens. I get quite a fish. Now.
I'll have to put that on the Facebook page.
Oh, it's there. It was in the Gazette this week, on page 1, 2, 4 of the Gazette, and there as well. Now there's another one that I wrote about a rainbow trout this week. He was pretty unfortunate actually. He wasn't quite so fortunate. Yeah, he didn't have such luck as a rainbow trout that gets to live very long. Now, just a bit of advice to kids. The Thundercloud quote, remember kids, anyone can be a superhero, but you've got to eat a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables. Oh yeah, and bananas taste better peeled too. All right, here we go. In a fishy tale of whimsy and woe, lived a rainbow trout named Joe. He dreamt of soaring in the boundless sky, but poor Joe didn't know fish couldn't fly. Rainbow scales and fins so sleek, he wished to fly as his heart did speak. He practiced his jumps so high and wide, gravity's pull was stronger than any tide. His fishy friends would gather round to watch Joe, knowing he'd rebound. He'd leap from the water with all his might, then poor Joe would fall from a great height. He'd flop and he'd flip, and it was quite a sight, but flying, you see, wasn't quite right. For Joe was a fish not meant for the air. His dreams of the sky were pure despair. One fateful day, he leapt so grand. He soared through the air to the riverbank sand. The sun and the air were too much to bear. Poor Joe met his end with a gasp and a stare. So remember this tale of Joe the brave fish who reached for the sky but went amiss. He never flew in the sky like the high birds flying, but you'll never, never know if you don't go, even if you die trying.
I thought we could do the first one this afternoon at the presentations.
Okay. Absolutely, I can do that. Yeah.
Needs broader audience.
All right, now, these were ones that I prepared for last year's Trout Festival. And, pretty much a bunch of fishy tales. Well, this one smells like sardines. A man went fishing and he threw his line out. When he pulled it in, he caught a trout. So he threw his line in and he made a wish. I wish that I could catch a really, really big fish. He pulled his line in and he caught a sardine. Like no sardine had ever been seen. Not 10 centimetres, but 3 whole metres of world record sardine. And a very big eater. Big one, eh? Yeah. Well, this one's about a porpoise.
Must be the one the kid drew a picture of. He's got 2 helicopters lifting it up.
Oh, maybe it was the giant sardine of Kandahar in 1923. Porpoise, purpose. Porpoise asked, "What's your purpose?" I replied, "Create and do the things I love with love and to eliminate all hate. My purpose, Mr. Porpoise, is to be myself, nurture and care for my own inner health and live in the present moment as an example for all to see. My purpose, Mr. Porpoise, is to create with love and just be me." The porpoise asked me, "Thundercloud, have you eyes on the end?" I replied, "Porpoise, love is a means to the end. And if I create from the heart and act with love, I'll manifest the life I love inspired from above." That's that, porpoise one. And then there's, of course, a bit more fish, a jellyfish. Now, jellyfish are close to my heart. Not to know. Because turtles eat jellyfish and they're lovely. Like they taste like jelly. And turtles eat them, and if they sometimes think plastic bags are turtles, are jellyfish. Turtles think jellyfish and plastic bags are jellyfish, you know what I mean. And they eat them and they die. Poor turtles. So don't throw your plastic bags around, please. They're jellyfish. I'm not sure if jellyfish can actually die, can they? Do they live forever? I know they have like little baby jellyfishes that like grow. Anyway, this is a dead jellyfish. A jellyfish was floating happy through the sea with 1,000 jellyfish all floating free. And this was the thought going around in its head. I've never seen a jellyfish dead. A jellyfish was in deep contemplation, thinking very deeply about this situation. I am a jellyfish with no arms, legs, eyes or head. I haven't got a mouth and I can't even say, my name's Fred. The jellyfish was thinking thoughts very cute. I'm androgynous. That's bisexual. So I've never had a root. I've no genitalia. I haven't even got a bed. I'm floating in an ocean and I'll never get ahead. I'm a clear jellyfish met a jellyfish that's blue. The blue one said, I can see right through you. The clear one replied, that's no way to address a parent. Blue jellyfish replied, my parents aren't transparent. A jellyfish was floating in the sea with friends. Well, this is where my sad jellyfish story ends. A turtle ate the jellyfish. It went inside his head. That's why you'll rarely see a jellyfish dead. And I'll do you one more, and then I reckon I'll invite Gladys up to to do her poem. Yeah? All right. Well, I'm going to go away from the fish theme now, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a one that I wrote in the last week, this week actually. I'll just pull it up for you.
How do you have time to do that?
Oh gosh, I do. I write lots of stuff all the time, constantly. Yeah. Here we go. The water carrier, or the cause and the effect of dust, begins with dust. I carry water that is drunk by those with unquenchable thirsts. As water is tasteless, it's rarely appreciated. The water carrier. Dust rises into the air as the wind whips across the barren topsoil. Forests burn along the coast, charcoal black and horribly clean. Billowing smoke chokes asthmatics. Polarised water vapour attracted to the dust and smoke begins to form droplets. John Mitchell, wheat farmer, looks to the sky hoping these building clouds will bring much needed rain. Aldo Pozzoli, stone fruit farmer, looks to the sky hoping these building clouds don't have hail. Gladys Wilson, flower gardener, admires her tulips and daffodils, admires the sky. The building thunderclouds make her take her washing inside and clean up for the day. The ducks on the lagoon take off in unison, like a school of fish, but ducks on the wing, V-shaped, piercing the wind, have bellies full of fish. And this rain, approaching, will spawn a feast to feed 1 billion little fish, 1 trillion mosquitoes and other insects, and hundreds of thousands of water birds. Re-green, blackened forests grow gladiola and pansies, sprout fields of John Mitchell's wheat, destroy Aldo's stone fruit crop, and blow the roof off my family home, leading me to travel and write poetry and open the Australian Poetry Hall of Fame in Guyra, all because of dust and smoke becoming thunderclouds. Thank you. And there is a name for that. It's pyrocumulonimbus. They're the big storm clouds that occur after a huge bushfire because of all that smoke and particulate matter in the air. Then it actually attracts water and then creates clouds and makes it rain. So pyrocumulonimbus. So Gladys Wilson, welcome to the Poets' Breakfast.
That's better. Yeah. That's more my like. I've got that in there for. Well, I do. This is. Anyhow, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Australian Poetry Hall of Fame. What a weekend it's been, all the Trout Fest and all the activities. I haven't finished today because I'll be covering a fair bit of territory. But at any rate, it's lovely to be here with James again this morning at the Poets' Breakfast, and also Skye and our visitor here. But anyway, my first one I'll do, because look, we're into dry things and we're into fires and things around at the moment. And this one I've simply called our bushland calling. Once again, we hear the call. So now it's time to play our part and protect this precious bushland that remains close to our heart. Just to feel the freedom of this wide open space must be the most wonderful gift of all, out here in nature's kingdom, with creatures great and small. But we must all be aware of these changing weather patterns, with firestorms sweeping through, as plumes of smoke now covers this beautiful sky of blue. These volunteer firemen, though, are heroes who will never give up the fight to battle raging fires that burn throughout the night. With the smouldering embers still drifting way out in the evening air, revealing the true horror of sadness and despair. Warning signs are already here, no longer can we ignore the threat of global warming that's right at our front door. While the sun rises over the blackened landscape as daybreak begins to appear, only to face the heartbreaking reality of our greatest fear. An eerie silence now hangs over the bushland, and rolling hills seem so far away as shadows start to deepen at the close of another day. But with all this teaching, surely we can learn, so our endangered flora and fauna can once again return. Now, this is my last one here. I've got another one coming up, and it's actually on real life, I think. But this one here was my last one I wrote, and it's the Swagman's Journey. This is the story about swagmen and their long journey, so often takes us back to those days when we remembered them out on the winding track. Now time, of course, has quickly passed by, and these living legends are all growing old, while treasured memories will forever remain with us as the pages of history unfold. But our man of mystery, carrying his swag, who travels all alone on this forgotten pathway, a place he still calls home, while the gravel moves beneath his feet and road signs wave farewell, life out in this great unknown, only a swagman can tell. As the setting sun fades out of sight behind those rugged hills, this weary traveller rests beside his glowing campfire in the land he loved best. Now away from all the hustle and bustle, where the swagman can surely live out his dreams, where the swag rolled out beneath bright stars and the moonlight with its silvery beams. Just to take a step back in time reminds us of a stranger, someone you may not know, who travelled around this region many years ago. But even though they seem to be gone, their footprints are left in our path as we solemnly stand and read the verse that's written on their epitaph. But like most of us, our thoughts of them are never far away, so are these shadows from our past really here to stay. Thank you. Well, it does make wonderful to be here this morning, and a really good morning, somebody coming in here. Anyway, James, the stage is all yours, my good man.
I've got to go and open the art.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
No
Personal poetry reading.
I'll look forward to getting on you and hopefully it's in the next week.
Thanks, James.
That's all right, Lynn. Okay, you're going to have something to read, Scott?
Oh.
That's all right. I got a few things to go on anyway. Got a few more. Well. Go on, do it, do it. All right, let's pull up more poems for you. Right, what have I got here for today? Next one I've got for you. This one, Man and the Dolphin. They found him in the morning, sitting on the beach. He said, "Enjoy the morning and the sunrise out of reach." After that, he sat there and didn't say a word. The sun came up, the waves washed down. He watched a flying bird. Sands go through the hourglass. You can't hold water in your hand. He lived inside the moment and sat upon the sand. The dark night sky was leaving the horizon red, then yellow. A spark of light appeared. The sun rose and said, "Hello." The air was warming up. He went in for a swim. The water, warmer than the air. Invigorating him, he dived beneath the wave. Swam with a school of fish. A dolphin swam beside him and he got his lifelong wish. And all that he could hear as the dolphin swam around was the sound of crashing waves and a squeaky dolphin sound. He listened to the dolphin. This is what it said. Enjoy the now. Create the life of joy you want instead of worrying about the future or living in the past. Enjoy each present moment and make the good ones last. He swam back to the shore and sat upon the sand. He lived inside the moment and his life was grand. He told them about the future and what the dolphin said. The future passed around a reach, he heard it in his head. He sat inside the moment, built a sand castle on the beach. The past, the future and the sun are all there, but out of reach. The wave washed up the beach and washed his sand castle down. He laughed and built another one and never wore a frown. Thank you. Often I don't do that to a song, but I think that's something that can be, with that sort of delivery, you can, make it quite good. Yeah. All right. This is a tall fishing story, simply titled, Dennis. I was fishing for a shoe in a canal in Venice when I fell into the canal and I met a fish named Dennis. Dennis said, "It's lovely to meet you. How do you do?" And he said it in Italian as you'd expect him to, because Dennis was a talking fish in an Italian canal. I think I must have hit my head when I slipped and fell. Dennis asked, "What are you doing fishing for a shoe?" "I dropped it in the canal. What was I supposed to do?" "Well, you could have called a rescue fish to come and get it back. My cousin is a shoe rescue fish, and his name's Jack. But first, you haven't given me your name." I said, "I'm Thundercloud. My mum calls me James." I said it in Italian, of course. Speaking Italian in the canal with the fish named Dennis, because I dropped my shoe into a canal in Venice. Dennis asked, "Do you want to come and play?" Well, he took me to a cool pool hall, and we played pool all day, because everybody knows fish love cool pools. There were many fish there hanging out in schools, as well as a Jew fish there playing a Jew's harp, and it was tuned to the key of F sharp. Plus the octopus, who was playing 4 pianos. Oh, there's so much that I could go on about and tell, but so the story goes. Dennis then suggested that we go on a space trip. That was when I thought, I've really lost my grip. Well, the octopus was the pilot of the UFO, and we teleported there faster than you can say slow. We were on a fishy planet that was ruled by whales it's the truth, and this is not one of my fishy fake news tales. The sun was setting fast and the night was getting dark when who should arrive but the bioluminescent shark, a bioluminescent dogfish who would both provide the light for the party with the whales and Dennis the talking fish that night. We drank prawn cocktails of krill oil and crab. Dennis, the talking fish, really has the gift of the gab. When the party was over, we teleported back to Venice, me, the Punis octopus, the pilot, and the talking Italian fish named Dennis. Dennis then suggested that we go to the virtual reality arcade to see how the two-headed midget baby elephants are made. Well, you don't even want to know about the purple flamingo who was riding a merry-go-round with psychedelic guitarist Dingo and a two-headed midget five-legged elephant giving birth in a virtual reality replica of the entire planet Earth. My day with the talking fish Dennis was totally weird. Well, I pinched myself to see if I was awake and I pulled my beard. Well, when I awoke the next day, I was at home in my bed. Was it real? Or was it just a dream instead? Can you imagine such a bizarre situation? I did. I think it was all in my imagination. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky to follow because I've got to do it a bit slow so you can actually imagine where is it going? Exactly, which planet's that? The talking fish one. Yeah. Are you ready?
Sure.
Sure, come on up, Skye. Yeah.
Meet the meat in the middle, between the tongue and the cheek, absent of their own, for no care of torture, murder, wrapped up in love, for a main you to comply, asphyxiated fishy fingers, bloody, gurgling, porky pig, baby like a lamb, cutthroat of bull, staked on your plate, juiciness of death, mouthful of flesh, drained of all its life. Soul within a body experiences a knife, slashed across the throat, pining for its mom, to be nuzzled at her bosom, mother's milk cold dairy, stolen from her baby, the one they call veal, yes, it's real. Mastitis in her udder, full of bloody pus, I shudder. Menstruated omelettes, males grinded daily. Honey from her trees, stolen from their babies, calm for the many, guinea pigs aplenty. Sold, dis-ease is ate, contempt upon the plate, hell cast on this planet Earth by the hands of human many, and the greed of money's great. For treats of inhumanity and taste, that's unhumane.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I've got to adjust that back up. Can you hear that?
What?
Telepathy.
What can I do?
It's Melissa Warren.
Oh, yeah.
She wants to do a poem. She wants me to do a poem for her. I better go and find her. Wait a minute, everybody. We've got a special poet. Yes, I've got her. Yeah. Hello. She says, let me out. No. No. Sorry, babe. Let you out. You won't run away. but someone might kick you away. Yeah. Right. This is Melissa Warren. She's been travelling with me for around about 12 years now. Yeah, almost as long as my first wife. But she watches over me, and we have a lot of fun together. But she wrote this, and she wants me to read it to you because, well, her mouth doesn't move. I thought I'd like to play football, but I haven't got any feet. I haven't got any arms or body or a bum, so I never ever eat. But I can think, I can dream, and I've got a great imagination. I astral travel through the universe observing situations. I've got telepathy, telekinetic powers, and I can even levitate. And with my thoughts, I manifest the things that I create. I may not appear to be that much, but I am a superhead. But now it's time for me to say good night and go to bed. But before I go, I guess you're wondering how I write. Look, it's late. I'm tired, and I'll tell you after I've had a sleep. Good night.
Good night.
That's Melissa. You can look her up on Facebook because she sometimes writes stuff. Yeah. She's telepathic with me. She just sends me messages and I write them down. Well, have you ever thought about what would you buy? Because today is a very special day in New South Wales, but only in New South Wales. Maybe somewhere else it could be. But it's what's his name? King Charles III's birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. You live in, it'd be like living in a zoo, wouldn't it? Being behind those bars in Buckingham Palace. Yeah. Well, look, if anyone's wondering, what would you buy Prince Charles on his birthday? Look, he's in his 70s, isn't he? I think so. He's in his 70s. Yeah. Hey, well, you probably buy his brother. So that he didn't drop the soap, because it'd be a bit hard to bend over if you drop the soap. Although Andy'd probably like that if Charles dropped the soap and they were showering together. The perfect gift for Charles, the third. Not sure what to buy? Get a soap on a rope. It's a gift for a guy, so he won't drop his soap. In vanilla, also peach, you can wash your back, where it's hard to reach, plus wash your crack. Toes, legs, and rude bits, cleanliness I hope. Dick's balls and our tits, soap on a rope is dope. If I had just one wish, I'd hope for soap on a rope. I don't know where to buy it. I wish I had a soap on a rope. Well, you can actually get it from Target if you want. Get it from Target, yeah. Next one. All right. We'll give you another one for you. What have we got for you? What is a friend? Sharing a bond of mutual affection, although rarely headed in the same direction, where difference of opinion we respect and know that we can speak direct, be honest, raw, forthright and true, but never a friend abusive. True friends don't do manipulation or try to control, but give you a hand to get out of a hole. Travelling together, some friends move on, but the mutual affection is never gone. That's a friend. And oh, well, here we go. This one was a prompt by a friend a few weeks ago that I went to school with, Matthew. And his prompt was head in the sand. Little Bo Peep with a flock of white sheep had a wonderful plan. Feeling like lamb shank stew, she got a lambs to stick their heads in the sand. But the little black sheep spoke up and said, "Don't listen to this witch. She's going to cut your legs off, your lambs, and not ostrich. Why else would she give us the best grass but to make us big and fat? She's docked our tails, we can't wag them. Have you thought about that?" Little Bo Peep returned from the market with a wad of cash. She would have made a little bit more if the black sheep hadn't made a dash. She ate lamb's shank stew with vegetables. It was a cunning plan. She told the farmer she'd lost the sheep she sold for 50 grand. The moral of this tale is never stick your head in the sand. Always question the narrative and ulterior motives behind the plan. Yeah. Oh gosh, this one, this prompt, I'm passing on. The next one I'll tell you about limerence. Limerence is a process that you go through. It's a bit like where you become infatuated and then crystallise and deteriorates. It's sort of like this poem's written in 3 lines, 3 lines, 3 lines, 3 lines, 3 lines, and each of them follow the process of limerence. You are yummy sugar, oh, such a sweetie. Your crystals sweeten coffee and my Wheaties. Obsessed with you, hence diabetes. First we had our infatuation, next was our sweet crystallization, then finally our deterioration. We both met in the gym. Together we got fit and slim, but now you're with him. I couldn't get you out of my mind. Together we had a wonderful time, melancholic now I'm crying. At first I thought you were the best. Together we overcame each test, but now you're gone, I'm obsessed. So that's what limerence is. And it can be used to apply to, as that first line, sugar. People have limerence with drugs, with all kinds of stuff. So it's the process of limerence is when you get infatuated, so that addiction. The crystallization, where you're going through that process of over and over again, eating or consuming or being with. And then finally deterioration, so sense the diabetes, etc. Now, we're gonna call it there a day, unless someone else has got something else for you to do. You got anything else? I do have some about the seahorse. Look, what I got to do, I'm going to pull out my seahorse one because here we go, and I'll tell you what. One day, this one was written, I got a couple of seahorse ones because we've got the Seahorse Medicine Cafe here. So one day I was sitting under a tree and I decided to go for a swim in the sea, and I dived right into my despair. There were bits of plastic floating everywhere. The seahorse came and swam up to me. He said, "There's plastic everywhere, it's killing me." I listened to the seahorse choking there. "Your human rubbish, pollution's everywhere. It's poisonous plastic right through the sea. It's killing much more than you can see. Little bits of plastic look like krill. The whales eat them. It's making them ill. There's broken plastic all through the sea. It's killing the animals, and there's bits stuck in me. So much plastic by accumulation. PCBs in the human blood in every nation. There's human plastic pollution through the sea, making all animals sick, killing you, killing me. Human poisonous chemicals everywhere. Are you all stupid? Why don't you care?" I listened to that seahorse. He said, "Clean up the lands, clean the oceans, the earth, be nurturing humans." The seahorse said, "Thundercloud, you must yell out. Tell the people to stop putting litter about, reduce and reuse and recycle your waste. I really don't like this plastic ocean taste." The seahorse said, "Thundercloud, you must be vocal, buy plastic-free produce and buy it all local if humans don't stop polluting the sea. You won't be able to swim here with me." There was one more thing. The seahorse said to me, "Look after the planet and walk very softly. Recycle your waste, reduce, repair what you can. Make sure only your footprints are left in the sand." Seahorse swam away. He winked at me. I walked up the beach and I picked up 3 bits of plastic some Grot had left behind, not thinking of the earth, not the nurturing kind. Grot was spotted by a ranger, hid by a tree. "You Grot, you let your plastic fly free." The ranger was giving the Grot a littering fine. He winked at me for being so kind. The ranger said I'd made his day. "You must have spoken to the seahorse, eh?" I sat under the tree and I started to think. The ranger walked away and just gave me a wink, and all that was going around in my head was the wink of the seahorse and what the seahorse said. Now, the next one is about a seahorse too. This one was written for my youngest son, Sasha. You see, Sasha Seahorse was thought of as strange. Sasha Seahorse believed he could bring about change. I'm Sasha Seahorse, a nurturing man, and I give my love freely just because I can. One full moon night, the sea became rough. A cyclone hit the reef and sea life was tough. A ship became wrecked and stuck on a reef. Sasha Seahorse could see this could cause seas grief. Sasha Seahorse said, "I can help when there's strife. I can bring about change by saving one life. Just one seahorse can bring about change. I'm a nurturing seahorse, and this isn't strange." So Sasha Seahorse swam into the deep, darkest part of the ocean where the dolphins sleep. He woke all the dolphins and said, "Come with me. We've sailors to rescue from the cyclonic sea." They swam to the reef and looked about. They heard a sailor give a stricken shout. So the dolphins swam over and picked up the man, swam him through the storm to the dry land. Sasha Seahorse said, "I can help when there's strife. I can bring about change by saving one life. Just one seahorse can bring about change. I'm a nurturing seahorse, and this isn't strange." Well, they rescued the sailors working through the night. Sasha Seahorse coordinated the rescue and helicopter flight. Not one life was lost and everyone was saved. Sasha Seahorse got a medal for being so brave. Sasha Seahorse said, "I can help when there's strife. I can bring about change by saving one life. Just one seahorse can bring about change. I'm a nurturing seahorse, and this isn't strange." That one also connected to music. The final one. Are you going to do another one, Skye, or not?
Okay.
You don't have to. Because I got one. This is the Turtle song. I haven't got it from you. I've got my song, got music for it, but I'm not going to do the music. Turtles live for 100 years, but you'll never ever see a turtle's tears. Even though the turtles are crying, they live in the sea. Their tears are never dry. I went walking along the beach and up a turtle swam. Said, "I got a message for you and all the humans. Turtles are dying all through the sea. I've come to the beach so you'll see me. Dry and I'm crying. My mum is dead. She choked on a plastic bag," the turtle said. "It looked like a jellyfish floating in the sea. My mummy ate it, thought it was yummy. My daddy's got a fishing net stuck round his neck, washed overboard from a trawler's deck. My brother's had enough and feeling quite ill. No room in his tummy, just plastic filled. Sister's flippers are wrapped in a fishing line. Half the population's gone. Can you see I'm crying? I can't stop it, it's up to you. Tell humans about the damage they do from all the waste and plastic pollution. You're smarter than that. Please find a solution. You don't need half the stuff that you buy. You can't take it with you when you travel and die. Time for humans to reduce plastic waste, because I'm fed up with this plastic ocean waste." It's one more thing that the turtle said. "How would you feel with a bag on your head? Can't swim backwards in frustration, choked and dying from suffocation. Can't you see there's tears of mine? Do you hear me, friends and family are dying?" I said to the turtle, "This is what I'll do. I'll tell my friends and now I'm telling you. clean the oceans, make it like one before, then the turtles will live to 100 or more. Turtles can live for a very long time, but the plastic is killing them and then they're dying. And if you want your kids to see a turtle too, here is what we all have to do. Reduce, reuse, repair what we can, don't litter the earth, be nurturing humans. If we all work together to make the sea clean, then my crying turtle tears will be just a dream. But if we don't work together to stop the turtle dying, there'll be no turtle left and no turtles crying. Turtles can live for 100 years, but you'll never ever see a turtle's tears. Even though the turtles are crying, they live in the sea. Their tears never dry. I went walking on the beach and up a turtle swam and said, I got a message for you and all the humans. Turtles are dying all through the sea. I've come to the beach so you'll see me dry. And I'm crying. My baby's dead. She choked on a plastic bag, the turtle said. That was written in 2000, in October, around about probably the 26th or 7th of October 2017, I'm pretty sure, on Stradbroke Island at the Island Vibe Festival, which is at the end of this month. And that morning I went for a walk and I was up at Point Lookout and I could see these turtles in the water swimming around, and I just started writing, and that's what came out. And off I went to the Poets' Breakfast at the Island Vibe Festival and did that, and what's his name? Jonathan Sree said, oh, well, there's the hippie Dr. Zeus. I think, yeah, fantastic. I'd be quite happy to be the hippie Dr. Zeus. And the great thing is that that particular place where I gave that poem was where my bus was parked when originally someone came to me one morning a year before and said, you have seahorse medicine, and the next day someone put the book in my bus that said, is it me you're looking for? And that's when I started writing poetry. So yeah, that's a little bit of business about what I've been doing and how I came to be here by writing poetry, and really in Guyra up there, Stradbroke Island in Queensland is a fantastic, spiritual, wonderful place. And if you ever get to visit there, please go and walk lightly and don't leave any rubbish behind. All right, anyone else would like to come on up? No? So we're going to stop it there. And thank you, poets, for all coming to the Poets' Breakfast this morning. And I hope you've enjoyed your day. Thank you very much.